Hi guys, it's me Hady, and basically my videos will be about K1 visa process, tips and advice about K1 visa. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So again, this is Hady, and for today's video, I'm gonna tell you guys what are the problems that Filipinos like me encounter in a completely different country, having done the K1 visa process. So basically homesick. Homesick is one of the biggest problems of having to adjust to another country, especially if you're especially if you're married to a foreigner. Then I guess, yes, being homesick, right? So some of you can relate to this, some of you may not relate to this, but just wanted to make this video. So being homesick, right? Especially if you have done everything and you're now in the US and you're now married and basically you're starting a new life again. You have no job, you just applied for your working permit and for your green card, so you're basically starting off with nothing, and you have no bank account yet, you have no SS social security number yet, and it's just really hard. And to be honest with you guys, I literally cried. I cried being homesick. So, because for me, I haven't really been independent. I've lived with my family, and I'm 24 years old, so it's really new. And you sacrifice a lot of things. You leave your country, you leave your friends, your close friends, your family behind. And that's what happens when you finally get married. And so I just want you guys to know that you're not alone. I'm here. And in this situation right now, all we have to do is be patient. Be patient with our working permit, and just until eventually we finally settle down and we have our own stable job. So homesick is something that I think a lot of us go through with. And for the first month, you're really, really happy because you finally done everything with your K1 visa, and you finish all that tedious paperwork. And it's just such a nice feeling when you finally get to meet your fiance and who's to become your husband or your wife. And that's one thing that I really had hard time adjusting to until now. Doing YouTube has really, really made me a lot happier and meeting a lot of people. And that's probably what you guys can do too. I know a lot of my friends do this. A lot of my friends do YouTube. And my advice for you guys, if you have a specific hobby like cooking, baking, gardening, art, painting, whatever you have, whatever you like, you can do that too while you guys are waiting for your working permit. And my mom and my other friends have also suggested that I do gardening or cooking. To be honest with you guys, I'm not really interested in that. It's not my thing. But yes, I've also tried to learn Spanish too. I also tried to learn Spanish because in Florida there are a lot of many other people speaking Spanish. So maybe you can do that if you're here in Florida or anywhere else in the United States who people who are also if you want to talk to them in Spanish, you can learn Spanish, or you can even practice taking the driving test online. So that's one thing that you could invest your time in. And for me, YouTube, I've invested a lot of my time on YouTube, and that basically lessened my homesick. So that's one thing, homesick, being homesick. Another thing is probably adjusting to the culture and to the weather. Here in Florida, it's the same weather in my country, so I don't really have to adjust to the weather. The only thing that I have to adjust to is probably driving. Since they don't really have jeepneys or tricycles, or they do have buses, but it's not really, yeah, not a lot of people use it. They use cars. Not as much as bikes. They don't really often use motorbikes or bicycles here. But maybe if you go to other places in the United States, or if you're living in another place, then they might have different ways of commuting, public transportation. But here in Florida, most of the people here drive. They drive. They have their own cars. So that's one thing I really miss too about the Philippines, is about jeepneys and how convenient it is to travel to downtown from your house. And it's quick and easy, even though sometimes you complain because because sometimes it's crammed. Um, yes, and it's traffic. Here in Florida, the road is a bit wider, and they do have occasionally traffic, but it's not as much as in Manila, where you have a lot of traffic in Manila. So that's one thing. The good thing about here in the U.S. is people drive by car. So I advise you guys to probably take a driving lesson before you come to the Philippines, just so that you guys are aware and that you guys know, because it's something that I regret. And if I did have the chance to go back, I would take the driving class in the Philippines. So you guys can be familiar with steering the wheel, because here I have to learn it. I'm a beginner. So once I get my working permit and my SSN, Social Security number, then I'm going to take my driving lesson. What else? So there's not much, maybe the cultural difference, like I said, the weather, just into the weather. So if you're traveling to New York or anywhere else in the US and it's snowing, you have to adjust the coldness to the temperature. But here in Florida, it's the same weather in the Philippines. So that's basically it. And nothing else really about the culture. Because for me, or because of my background, I kind of moved a lot. Yeah, because of my family background, so I have moved to many places. So I have, yeah, pretty much adjusted to that, aside from driving. So that's the thing I can probably give you guys. And just be patient, because our working permit will be here and we will be scheduled for an interview. So that's it, guys. So I can't wait for the next video. Comment down below on problems that you guys have, and I just want you guys to know that you're not alone. I'm here for you guys. So stay tuned for my next video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.